live on DCTV Friday night. Feel better, feel better, feel better Friday. Come on, y'all. We're live in the mall. Oh, yeah. It's feel better, feel better. Oh, yeah, yeah. Feel better Friday. Woo. We make Fridays feel better.
What's up, everybody? It's Feel Better Friday. Make some noise in the loft. Yeah! We just want to have a little bit of fun. Hey, come on. Lovely. Right here. When I wake up in the morning, love, sunlight bursts my eyes. Something without warning, love bears heavy on my mind. Then I pray, and the world's all right with me. Oh, just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be. Y'all wanna say with me? Come on. Oh, lovely, lovely. right there. Somebody needs to see this. Somebody probably needs to feel better. Right now. Right in a second. Put your hands together for the Feel Better Friday fellas. That is Biscuit on drums, Stan on guitar, Chris on percussion, and of course my co-host, Mr. Daryl L.A.Hunt, on keys and bass, doing the daggone thing. Oh my gosh, I am really excited because if you've been watching and following Feel Better Friday, which, by the way, you might want to follow the YouTube page and hit the button, you know what I'm saying, so you don't miss anything. But you hear me speak of these wonderful men up here who are fathers and they do some really wonderful things, and they bring some amazing, talented young offspring, if I do say so. I mean, y'all, you know, you ain't do so bad with your little DNA. You neither. You ain't do so bad with your little DNA and stuff. Anyway, you know, listen, don't be reading between the lines. Y'all keep it clean. It's Feel Better Friday now. Don't do it. So you've heard me talk about it. We always talk about it on the show, talk about, you know, passing it down and how, you know, our parents were very influential, at least mine was, in terms of, you know, growing in music and growing as an artist and really having support. Not everybody does, but we were fortunate enough to. And today, our guest today is Chris Allen. I know you're thinking, but he's playing percussion. Yeah, I know. And he's like, smile, Chris. Yes, that's it. Okay, right. But check this out. There's another one. I know. There's another one. Can you believe it? There's two of them. Anyway, welcome to the Loft on Feel Better Friday, Chris Allen Jr. Come on in. I had to do it. Look at it. They look just alike. Come on in. You gonna get it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on. It's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the Loft. This is Chris Allen and For the Kids. Come on. Hey.
What's on my phone? Still so sick of moving backwards. I'm gonna do this on my own. More shots at you rappers, I can feel this in my dome. It's madness in my home. Grandfather trending backwards. Tell my old head, stay strong. Prove I'm wrong. But until on this tobacco, last year was just a blur. I forgot what I was after. New people get on my nerves. What's my jersey in the rafters? I'm a party with my brothers. Drink trunks of some strong. Every day I found my bread like a sandwich. I've been quietly doing damage. Ryan always preaching plenty. I'm trying to drop tunes. I ain't geeking about no cosigns. Ain't tripping about no listens. Guaranteed this city rewind. Her jazz going crazy. I need to shut down the network. Every 10 in my pocket, steady shaking up my network. Cause every blue moon, one get chosen from my city. Is Rico really popping and she missing all the writtens? AA and feel like, yeah, the cripple jungle. Every inch got a roadblock, so this'll be my tunnel. Swear you can lose it all if you rollin'. She's in front of that petite, grab my pen and most of it of what they run to. I'm locked in. Nobody else is stopping this hit. Going harder, I don't think I got no options this year. I got a little bit of funds, but a whole lot of just trying to, so I can split it with my team. I'm clocked in. I'm clocked in. What's on my dome? Still so sick of moving backwards. I'm booking this on my own. No shots at you rappers, I can feel this in my dome. It's madness in my home. Grandfather trending backwards. Tell my old head stay strong, stay focused and prove I'm wrong. How y'all feel? Y'all having a good time? Yeah. Just so sick of moving.
Come on, put your hands together for Chris Allen. Welcome to the Loft.
Thank you for having me. This is incredible.
Oh my God, can I tell you how weird it is right now to look at the two of y'all together? Oh my God.
I don't even know him.
What? Wow. Welcome to the Loft. You see, even Gizmo looks. He don't come over and wag his tail for just anybody, you know. That didn't sound right. I'm talking about a dog. Don't do it. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like I ought to call you nephew or something.
You should call me.
You know what I'm saying?
I say.
You done inherited another auntie.
I've heard about this for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Year and a half, 2 years, something like that.
I know we had to work our way up to have you on.
Nah, chill.
So listen, do you write all your stuff?
I do write all my music. I write every word, for sure. I'm actually doing writing for other people now, yeah.
Word.
That's something I'm trying to get into.
And so who's doing your production? You doing all of that?
Most of my production nowadays is handled by a duo. They're both from DC, Panama, Mickey Carlton, and Reggie Volume. They're called The Heavens. Yeah, they do most of my production. Yeah.
All right.
Their production's next level, like nerd level, like beats. Yeah, it's
okay,
crazy.
I'm loving it. So tell me your take on the music industry right now.
Right now, what you mean?
Like today, by today's standards. Like, what
DC
is your take on it? DC? See, they sleeping on DC.
So the thing is, the DMV is the same, and it's a emerging scene, but I'm trying to do it for DC. I believe that Maryland is propelling DMV music to another level, but the district has no rappers. So I want to take us to another level in terms of inner city kids. Yeah.
So what brings you all this inspiration to write and to rap and to produce? What is it? Is it come from him? Yeah. So was this your whole life? Just pretty much just music? See, I usually ask the questions, where did it start? He's like, him.
Yeah, I could literally point at the at the motivation.
So tell me some early memory. This is the first time we've had a father and son, and we're going to have Stan's son as well, who is a shout out to Louis Banks. He's an amazing artist. Everybody needs to get together. We just had Hunter on the show. So tell me, how was your father, Chris Sr., influential to get you to this point right now, or anybody else in your family for that?
I guess this point I'm at right now, in terms of like being prideful of like where I'm from and on a musical level, I guess for sure, but and just in general, I grew up with like being able to touch Lil Benny. I grew up being able to touch Chuck Brown. I grew up being able to touch these legends that a lot of people know, local legends, and I realized how important that was. Like growing up, I didn't realize how powerful it was that my father had a whole nother source of income. And could do so many different things. And so that's motivation. That's all the motivation I need, really, to believe in myself, and believe I can do music if I put my mind to it, if I really invest in it and invest in myself. So
that's so powerful.
There's
so many young folks that really need to hear that. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So, but I know you worked for it. I know where you come from. So I know this wasn't an overnight thing.
Yeah.
And you had to grow into it and learn. So what did you start doing first? Did rhyming come first, or were you playing an instrument or singing?
I played drums when I was like maybe 9, 10. That was cool. I was learning rudiments and stuff. I went from rudiments to rapping around like 11, 12 to myself.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, nah. Some people out here already heard like. My music was like mysteriously leaked to my mom. That was
what did your mom say?
No, that was a conversation.
I bet.
For sure. You don't know my mom.
No, I don't know your mom. Was she feeling it or not feeling
Can I
it?
tell the story?
Tell the story.
This is a story, okay? We just talked about a story back here, but what happened was, at the time, we were really heavy in the church. So we just joined a Pentecostal church. We went from
Pentecostal
yes,
church, not just church, but
like
Pentecostal church.
yes, we went from Catholic church to Pentecostal church. Fire and brimstone. So at the time, and I was an armor bearer for the pastor.
No way.
Yeah, so I was an armor bearer. So now I got him holied up. Oh, you better not cuss around me, son. What are you talking about? So anyway, he does this CD. I don't know about it, but his mom called me up. I gotta let you listen to something. Your son did a CD. This is when he was going to Proctor Academy up in New Hampshire, right?
Okay.
So at the time, I had no idea he was paying attention, but I heard the CD and he's getting it.
So you digging it, she hates it.
I'm like, yo, this is good. Yo, this is good. Yo. And she's like, do you hear what he says? Yeah, he's hitting it. Like, what? So he was ashamed to let me listen to it, is the point. He was ashamed to let me listen to it. But the creativeness that I heard from him, I stepped outside of him like, if that wasn't my son,
right,
I was still digging it. So I said, he got it. That's the story.
I love that because it can be difficult when you are, we all did it too. I'm sure we were doing something musically that, that our elders, for lack of a better description, was not feeling until they realize that there's talent in there and it's beyond just the scope of a bad word or something that's really trendy. So now how do you balance that? Like, I know you do a college circuit tours, right?
Yeah, so that's actually where I say I got my musical business mind. I developed in college. I went to West Virginia University in the middle of Morgantown, West Virginia.
Okay.
And there I kind of built up a following of frat boys, my Caucasian brethren. I'm a Kappa. I'm a member of Kappa Upside Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, word, okay.
So in that, I had a whole nother
Yeah.
source of resources and source of people. So we were selling out 250 rooms my sophomore year in college. And
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
Wow.
Because it's a small town, so if you buzz a little bit, everybody's there. So,
right.
that's kind of where I developed my knack for the music business. And since then, I've just been trying to figure out the next wave. I'm thinking I want to do a label. I want to do so many different things, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say you want to do a label, meaning you want to sign other artists?
I want to sign other artists to development deals. I want to be able to put resources into other artists and kind of teach them what needs to be in order in terms of branding. Because I went to school for public relations.
Nice.
So I want to be able to teach people what you need to have in order to brand yourself.
Come on.
In order to create your own distribution, to really, because now you can be independent and be your own label.
Now you almost have to be independent.
Yeah. If you're smart, that's the thing. If you're smart, all you need is the money. All you need is the resources. I want to be able to tell artists what they need to have in order, and put them in connections with these majors to get development deals, to get resources. I think that's all we need. At this area especially, that's all we need. Is the
Do you spend all of your time making music, or what else are you good at? Like basketball?
I do graphic design.
Really?
Yeah, I do graphic design.
Yeah, you're really good.
Wow. So did you do your album covers and everything?
I do all my album
Okay, because I was
covers.
looking.
I do all my album covers. I do all my posters. I try to be self-efficient.
He does all my logos.
Yeah, I do all this man's logo.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's nowadays. You've always had to have more than one skill, always, right? But nowadays, it's a whole nother thing because of the internet, social media, and the whole thing. So I tell you what, I'm gonna ask you something right now. Give us some advice on social media and how you push your music on social media.
Pushing your music on social media. So you want to understand.
I want your take on it.
You want to understand what it is your brand is supposed to say. For me, I'm currently going through a rebrand. So I'm trying to brand myself as a Southside Superman. I want to
Southside Superman.
Yeah, I want to be able to, like I was telling you, develop artists and build up my city. So that's kind of the angle I'll take. So you want to know exactly what your brand is before you put anything out. And once you start to decide what's important to you, what those values are, in branding yourself, you want to make sure that your cover arts fall in line. You want to make sure that your music falls in line. You want to make sure your visuals are saying everything they're supposed to say. So for me, my visuals may have a lot of my friends, a lot of different creatives I know, because that's what I want to do. That's the kind of feel I want my brand to have. I want it to be a collective, So I would have all of my friends and most of my content. So it's just about knowing what you want to get across, and I think that's when people fall the most, because they don't know what they're saying. They just say anything.
Right.
They get on records and make turn-up records, which is cool. And it's money in that, but it's about.
It's not longevity.
It's about the message, yeah, for sure. What you want to get across, and once you know that, all of your content can fall in line.
Do you have one basis for all of your music? Does it have to have one criteria?
Nah, right now I'm doing everything. I just want to do whatever sounds good right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So what else are you good at besides
music, graphic design? I don't know. People. I read people.
Yeah.
Energy. I'm a master energy, I think. I hope.
Oh no, it continues to grow. Trust me, it's challenging. And so, is this also what you're most passionate about? Is just making music and rebranding and being on some kind of the in front of the camera side and potentially behind the camera side?
Yeah. Right now, I just started for 6 months I've been working out of a studio in Huntsville actually, called the Trap Factory. So right now I'm working on building my personal brand. Really trying to incorporate myself in other people's brands, and add the knowledge I have, the skills I have, find where I fit in. Because I'm 26, I'm just trying to find out where I fit in this world. You know what I'm saying?
26. Yeah. 26. Oh, to be 26 in 2019.
It's lit.
No joke. Wow.
I'm having a good time though, for sure.
Wow, okay. So now, what is the first concert you ever saw that you went to?
Oh, that I ever saw? I saw Little Bow Wow at Constitution Hall. I went to the first Scream tour.
Oh, really?
My mom took me, yeah. My dad was still in Florida.
So wait. Your Pentecostal mom took you to see Little Bow Wow?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, we was Catholic then. We was Catholic then. So it was okay, yeah. We went to mass. Like, it was straight.
Don't judge us.
It was straight.
Listen, let me tell you. I too grew up going to, I had my Sharp grandmother was Catholic. My Logan grandmother was Episcopalian.
Yeah.
My husband's Adventist. I'm just trying to get in the kingdom.
Oh,
I'm just trying to get in the kingdom. But now, how do you incorporate? Because it's still one God. But there's so many different ways to worship. There's a lot of different ways to bring it in, to focus so that you're not splitting it. Because believe me, I've been raked over the coals for singing, dance music as well as R&B or gospel or anything like that. But if you listen to what we're singing about, you know what I mean? Then it's not as convoluted as everybody thinks. You know what I mean? So how did that change? So with you having such a religious upbringing or that kind of infusion, how does it fare out now?
It's weird. I just try to make faith a part of my life, as an independent artist, like we talking about everybody to be independent, well, a big part of that is you have to have faith. Right. So
come on now.
In turn, like you'll naturally.
Wait a minute, you just spoke to my soul.
It's going to naturally be a part of like what you do. Being a musician is something that is like blind. It's faith. Like that's all it is. Like faith. And believing that like something will happen. You'll meet the right person. The right person will hit this. This sounds good. That people will buy into this. Like it's just like a lot of belief, and I feel like. Regardless of if I was to do inspirational or religious music, or if I was to do secular or non-religious music, regardless, faith is a concept that it's an everyday thing for me, so it comes through my music. It's something that I always talk about. My album, I'm working on an album right now, and it's all faith. I'm just expressing different sides of having the same faith kind of. So it's crazy, it's crazy.
You are, I'm praying that everybody who will be watching, especially young aspiring artists, rappers, and creators, that they really hear what you're saying. You're giving some good information in here, and not just I just did this and I got on and I'm good. It's not that kind of deal.
Try to stay educated. You gotta stay.
Yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. So look. My new favorite song, Mumbo Sauce Dreams. Talk about it, tell me about it. It's a DC thing, first of all, you gotta know about Mumbo Sauce. Y'all know about Mumbo Sauce, Google it.
Yes, our mayor doesn't even know about Mumbo Sauce, but that's a conversation for another day. Mumbo Sauce Dreams is based on that concept of faith. It's based on feeling, I wrote that, I was feeling like people weren't listening to my music. I was feeling unsupported, and I realized like all I need is to continue to dream. And so Mumbo Sauce Dreams, the whole concept is dreaming in DC. It's about me dreaming in DC. And how I've taken parts of my city and put into my music, and it's about everything I'm taking from it. Yeah.
I love it because, unfortunately or fortunately, Washington, D.C. and the area is looked at as a political town. And in this political climate, that makes, people go, oh, DC. I'm like, listen, DC is popping with music, with filmmakers, with TV shows. I'm like, don't be fooled by the shenanigans at the White House. You know what I mean? Because when this is over and we're on to a next one, the music scene and the artistic scene, in particular in Mount Rainier, Maryland, where Feel Better Friday is filmed, that's where we are right now, and the whole DMV area, there's so much music here that people don't, and it's not all just go-go.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Would you believe my very first professional record was a go-go record?
For real?
For real. I was in high school. It was with the Pump Blenders.
You never heard of it.
I know, right? He's like,
the
who? Never mind, don't worry. The Pump Who? Go on and Google it. See, that's those when you go back to CJ's Uptown Crew and Pump Blenders and all of that. That's also part of the history and the lineage of go-go in DC in particular, and obviously Chuck. We miss Chuck terribly, and Little Benny, and all the other greats that came. So I need you to do this jam for me. You ready?
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Y'all, it's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the mall with Chris Allen and the other Chris Allen. I don't even know what I can't say that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Can I call you Junior?
I know. Can I call him Junior? I don't know. Anyway, y'all, it's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the law.
Yeah.
My new favorite. Mumbo Song Dreams. Chris Allen, y'all. Get it.
Truth be told, I might never change, I might never fade from the second page. Front page wouldn't feel the same in the kids been since 11th grade. You blowing O's, let it fade away. You hitting shows, they gon' make you pay. You say you on, but we make the same, except I'm running plays every other day. These games lying on their family name, I don't understand, I just play the game. Can't pretend I ain't dodging pain, I've been dodging neighbors scrolling from the train. Your uptown woman do not look the same. Your PG County cannot keep you safe. Your VA beaches and we build the same. I got innocent in my DNA, and I was down for a long time. You can tell I'm the wrong one. I'ma smile cause the crib mine. Come around if you want some. Off the brown, poppy grab the pound. He gon' break it down with the gun once. Southeast with intentions to never fall without making funds. I let it go. I'm on a roll from the next road to the flow. All I know is on my soul. Ain't no limits now. No, to my dreams or big screens. If it's pressure, it's on me. On my mind, it's made to me. Biggest people, I was saying, can't pretend. I was smart when I was young, was old up. Off the gas, I was lost. I just couldn't hold on. I got dreams from Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast, DC. I got visions of running away with all these motherfuckers. I've been on the low. In the city small, fly eye, running up the door, they can blow the songs that always look from close. Price digger, I'm a night shifter, let the hours pass while I run it up. See the club, I'ma throw it up. If I see the plug, I'ma 2020 vision, flipping through the script, screaming. This is for my, got an older mental about my residential, shorty showing dizzles on the city. I love the city, and she see the city lights. Feeling different, still I tend to wonder if she love her or she love the city lights. Split the image of my whole parental vision, man. Go on the road. From it ain't road to the glow. All I know is on my soul. Ain't no limits now, no. Put my drinks on these streets. With this pressure, it's on me. All my pockets facing me. Biggest people I was with. Can't pretend I was smart when I was young. Was so dumb. Off the gas, I was lost. I was with me. Oh Lord. I got tickets to Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast, DC. I got visions of running away with all these motherfuckers. So it's great to stay. You gotta be proud of me, gotta be out to see millions in front of me, party, what million is honestly. My junk is as dirty as overseas. Moving and grooving, I'm showing they think that the move is improving. Repeating this losing, creative, they ganking the distant moving. No cookies and guys that with me. I was smart when I was young and slow. They loved the gas, I was lost, I just couldn't hold on. I got niggas from Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast, DC. I got visions of running away with all these numbers. How y'all feeling? Give it up one time, y'all! I appreciate this. This is a ball. This is so dope! Woo! This is a ball.
Mumbo Sauce Dreams, y'all. That is available on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud,
Everywhere.
Spotify,
that's right. Every time I go to your page, it says play on Spotify. So I'm watching on Spotify. That is so dope. Give it to me again. Come on, give it.
Every time I was smart when I was young, was so dumb. On the gas, I was lost, I just couldn't hold on. I got demons from Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast, DC. I got visions of running away with all these combos so straight.
Yeah, that is my new favorite song. I love it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh God, I wish I could rap.
You can rap.
No, really, I can't. I really
Easy.
can't.
You can rap probably better than a lot of these rappers.
I don't know. Salem, love it.
Yeah.
Listen, you are so dope. I mean,
Thank
really.
you.
I know, right? That should be on all over DC radio and everything.
It's
It
me.
really
I gotta do
should
my
be.
part, right? I need to get it out there.
You gotta get it out there, because that first of all, to do a serious cold-blooded rap song over a house group. Let me just start there. That's what I'm talking about. Because that in itself, I'm gonna tell you, no shade. But if I hear that same loop one more time on everybody's record,
Some trap drums, yeah.
I mean, I am just like, and now I can't even identify anybody's music because it all sounds
It does.
the same. It's not just me, right?
Nah, it's not true.
It's not an age thing.
It's not
really,
true. People
because
don't really. I'm on the internet. I'm an internet baby. So like, this beat, it was a producer in London that was just like, he was making crazy mixes. So I just hit him up one day and told him like, I'm just trying to rap over one of these. And he, I actually sent him the version I had of Mumbo Sauce Strings that my friend Tay did at the Trap Factory. I sent it over and he was like geeking, like, whoa, this is fire. I'm about to send endless house beats. So I got like a whole folder of house beats. I'll share some.
I keep a good ooh and a good eye in my pocket now.
I didn't even have to
Don't-
feature.
Don't do it. They'll come and jam.
Secret weapon.
I know,
I'll share
right?
some house beats.
And then, and I wanted, these, both Biscuit, Stan, Daryl, and Chris have played for some of everybody. I mean, Biscuit can go from straight ahead jazz to straight ahead into straight hip hop. This one too can go from everything from chucking to some ethereal guitar. I mean, it's just crazy to hear all the, chucking to chucking. You gonna run with that, aren't you? I already know.
It's a t-shirt, right?
That's how the next song.
T-shirt, right? And even when Chris, I've known Chris for, being a go-go percussionist. Or as we say now, when you speak of percussions and you say congas, right? We're talking, Latin over here is congos. We don't say that in DC. It's congos in DC. And I've always heard Chris play that. And then, he started playing with me, and of course my stuff goes from go-go to dance music to R&B and everything. And he could hang, and I was like, because a lot of people can't. They play one type of style, and that's really it. So this right here, though, that's a smash.
I appreciate that.
That is a smash, and it really,
Appreciate
really
that.
needs to be out there. So look, okay, so now we're gonna do Off the Dome. All right, we're gonna do Off the Dome and get it in. So this is just, I asked you some silly questions and you just answer quick
This is my bad.
and going, right? Okay, so you ready?
Nice to
Ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in some new ones too if I can think of some good stuff. Okay, you ready? Driving or Uber?
Uber. Next.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Cats don't need you.
Right, that's true. They don't eat you. Coffee or tea? You drink?
Coffee. I'm on the go. I'm a professional.
Yeah, you need.
Professional coffee.
Okay. Calling or texting?
Texting.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Traveler or homebody?
Traveler.
Nice. Network or Netflix?
Network.
Word, really?
Yeah.
You're like the second one. I'm expecting all the young heads to be like Netflix.
Oh, nah, we network. We
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
with
talk to people.
So action movie or animation?
Animation.
Yes, come on now. Big crowds or intimate setting?
Intimate settings.
All right. Winter, summer, spring, or fall?
It's no more fall. I used to love fall. So now summer.
Yeah, I'm a summer baby.
Even though I don't like the hot. Nah, I'm not a hot person. Fall still.
Fall.
Still.
Okay. Morning or night person?
Night.
Cooking or ordering in?
Ordering in.
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Can you cook though? He's like, I
can
said
say
ordering in.
Yeah, I could.
So okay, so ordering in. So vegetarian or meat?
The noodles count? Huh?
So wait, vegetarian or meat? Meaty. You eat meat still or vegetarian, vegan?
Nah, I don't bang with the veggies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meat carnivore here.
Okay. All right, here we go. iPhone or Android?
No question. I don't even have to answer. I'm not using no Android.
Oh! Did you tell your daddy? Did you tell your daddy?
I told y'all he wasn't my son.
He knows. If your bubbles come through green, we cannot talk.
We cannot talk. It's embarrassing.
That is exactly why I don't answer. Funny thing, if he had blue bubbles, he'd see that I read the message, but he can't.
He can't say it right. Right, see what the Android has. So, okay, pickup truck or sports car?
Sports car.
Physical shopping or online shopping?
Online shopping.
Beach, ocean, mountains, or hiking?
Mountains.
Dancing or working out?
Working out.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not a dancer.
No?
Nah, I don't have no moves. I have rhythm, but I don't have moves.
Okay, so last one. Hairy or bald? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer
Pray for me.
Right? Hairy. That's just, we like to stump people with that one because they never know what to say. Y'all, let's Feel Better Friday. We are live in the love. That is Chris Allen sitting next to Chris Allen. Right there. You got some freestyle for me? Yeah? Just a little bit? You got some vocals? Wait a minute. All right, this is our Feel Better Friday song, right? So we're gonna, I say like this. I'm just gonna say, feel better, feel better, feel better Friday. And we lie in the law, cause it's feel better, feel better day. Feel better Friday. What you got? You got something?
Yeah, show enough. Had to show up, like fill up my cup. Flowing. Okay, I'm better. Once again, look, young Chris, a rich spitter, broke, like Jigger, trying to stretch these chicken tenders. Anything is because of the person wanting a part of the test. Adolescence, I had these visions of making a mess. I'm concerned that my mama listening, expecting no less. Since 17, I've been gripping chickens and twisting their necks. Schedule out with them, hit the party with that. Ain't talking critic, I'm too official, one call it do that. I don't know.
That was great. That was great. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. That's Chris Allen. Make sure you check him out. All of his music is on SoundCloud, Spotify. Make sure you download it. Keep up. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, at Allen Island. Allen, ALLENISLAND. Allen Island, everywhere, yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being
man.
on the show. You gotta come back, nephew. It's feel better, yeah. Feel better Friday. That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic.
Woo! It's feel better, feel better.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Sylver, Logan, Sharp, and Gizmo, the host of Feel Better Friday. So, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be alerted every time we upload a new show. Thanks for watching.